Hello. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? Good evening. Are we all okay? Okay, there we go. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see some people. Hannah, Heather, Sarah, Debbie, Claire, Shan, Julie, Nicola, Melanie, Lynn, Vicky, Shelley, Steph, Joanne, Amy, Karen, Lillian. Hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday. I hope we've all had a good start to our week. Mine's not been too bad. Taylor, hello. Heather, you sent an email. Oh, bless you. When did you send the email, my lovely? Because I may, if it was today or maybe, let's have a look. Oh, I do have one from Sunday evening. Okay, so yeah, I haven't got back to that one just yet, but I'll look into that and you'll get a reply from me. And obviously look into why that's not been sent, unless it's, obviously I don't know off the top of my head if it's paired with any other orders or anything like that, as you know, but if not, I'll definitely look into it for you. Marie, Diane, Nicola, Tracy, Kelly, hello, hello, hello. Is everybody okay? So this week we're live today, we're live on Wednesday, so tomorrow for the monthly charm deal, and then Friday and Sunday. So busy week this week. Brilliant. So yeah, busy week. So I've got really itchy cheek. I think it's the makeup I just put on. Never mind. We've still got the hatch game going, so that is available, and then of course oysters and egg pops as well. I did update the order list on the page, so I have posted the updated one there. However, I am going to pop it in the comments as well, just in case those of you may have not have seen the updated list. So here is the list there. So if you have ordered, you should be on that list there, unless you have ordered the monthly charm deal, which then will be opened tomorrow. And you should then get an email tomorrow booking you in. I don't normally post what position you're in on the monthly charm deal, and that's just because the live does go so quickly, but I always post the list like prior, so tomorrow night or tomorrow early evening the list will be posted. But yeah, the latest we stay on I think is 10, maybe half 10, but it's normally in the 9 o'clock hour that we do stop. So yeah, it shouldn't be a late night tomorrow. For today though, if we start, I think that's all the updates. Hatch is still available, or I might get Aaron to top that up when he comes in. Yeah, I think that's everything. So up first today is Hannah Louise Valentine. Hannah Louise Valentine, are you here? When that hatch bucket runs out, is that this game over? No, not necessarily, Anne, no. I haven't topped this up again yet, but I can top it up again, so it just depends on the timings of it. But yeah, I haven't had to top it up yet. There's still many in there. And Hannah, you're here. No, I completely understand. If we fall asleep, it's absolutely fine. So it's not a problem. And you're on nice and early today, Hannah, bless you. So let me just mark that you're here. And then, okay, perfect. Hannah, you have got, 2 hatch eggs. So we'll do the first egg, find out what you'd like to do. do the second egg, and then if you've chosen any openings, we'll do those at the end. Okay, so are there certain types of jewellery that you're hoping for, Hannah? Let's go down for hatch egg number 1. Good luck. And Charlotte Hayes, bless you. That's a heart there. Thank you ever so much for the stars, my lovely. It's very kind of you. Oh, okay, so in here you've got 4 pearls to start with. So you've got gorgeous actually no, sorry, that is a Snow White. So Snow White, yolk yellow, a 2-tonal lemon and pastel yellow, and a blood orange. So 4 pearls in that one. Now you have got a crystal charm here. This crystal charm, you can choose to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. That would be up to you. And if you choose to keep this, I would need to know what fitting you would like as well. So it is, I'm just going to readjust how I had it, because otherwise it would have been a funky position. It is the gorgeous orange, it's like a burnt amber orange spot crystal charm. So as you can see, this side has the flatter front with all the facets going into the curved edge. On the reverse side, it does have a point, so it all does come to a point on that side. So flat on one side to the point on the other. So if you have it so it sits on the point, it sort of doesn't sit still, it always gives it a little wiggle around. Now I'll hold up the pearls. If I put this one on the sand, it is going to look a lot darker, and that's just because it's not a full solid, obviously it's a crystal colour, so if I put that on the sand, it's going to look really dark. So I'm going to try and keep it on the white. There we go. So you've got white, yolk yellow, 2-tonal lemon and pastel yellow, and a blood orange with that. So your choice, Hannah, is going to be, you can either stick with both the jewellery and the pearls, or we can do a lucky dip and swap the jewellery out, or we can do one oyster opening and swap out the 4 pearls. What would you like to do? I am going to try pop it in the sand, because then we can see it closer, but like I said, it will make it darker, so just do keep that in mind. So you can definitely, obviously the colouring is still there, it's just the dark comes through. You'd like to keep that one, okie dokie, and can you have the white on there? Of course you can. Do you know which fitting you would like to have? So you've got lobster fitting, hoop fitting, or you can have a 6mm jump ring. So what fitting would you like? I'm just going to bring you back up, and I'm going to take these pearls out of the sand, just so then we don't get mixed up with your second hatch egg. But we'll wait to see the fitting first, just so I don't miss that off. Six-mil jump ring, have this as a pendant. Of course, yes, you can definitely wear it as a pendant. It's why we offer those different fittings, just so then you can pick what suits you best. If we then move on to your second hatch then, so diving in here for a second time, and let's go down again, Hannah. So good luck this time. There's not much movement in there this time. Oh, okay, so you've got a pair of earrings here, which means we've got 2 sets of different colours. So you've got these gorgeous dark blurply blue. Now, I would say that they are blurple. I mean, they look hardest blue on the camera, don't they? But to me here, they have got a hint of purple, and I'm hoping you can see that purple. So I would say that they are dark blurples. And then you've got darker raspberry pearls as well. So 2 different colours, blurple and raspberry. Now the earrings are the thread through blue beaded dream catcher earrings. Now I'm going to pop these on the board, but if I just show you on my finger, so when the thread through earrings go through the ear, the aim is that you have the back bit obviously on show as well, so it's that the thread through goes at the back. But if I pop them, like I say, on here, just so you can see the design of the earring, but keep in mind you get that thread through bit as well. So it's the dream catcher and it's got a blue bead in the centre of the dream catcher. Now with these ones, you can again have the pearls on or off the jewellery. You don't have to have the pearls on here if you don't want to. That would be up to you. So your choice again then, Hannah, would be, would you like to stick with both the jewellery and the pearls? Or would you like to swap the jewellery for a lucky dip? Or we can swap all 4 pearls for 2 oyster openings. What do you think? Love them, and you'd like to have the raspberries on there, and then can you be invoiced for the dark blurples on pin caps? So both of them on pin caps or just the one, my lovely? But I'm glad you're happy with those there. So if I just write this down, earrings, we're going to have the raspberry on there. And then we've got those ones as your loose pearls. So just need to double check, is it one or both of the, for a dark blurple? I think that means it's one, but just confirm for me. So invoice for a pin cap on yes, no, that's brilliant. I thought it was, but I just wanted to double check. So on a blurple, and then we're happy with the other ones as your loose pearls as well. So if I keep that one separate, and then this one can go in here. Brilliant. Let me bring you back up, and then I'll attach it all on here for you. Your invoice will get sent across tomorrow. It'll go to the email address on the order form, Hannah. I hope you're happy with that. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. That's safe up there for you. Oh, Lynn, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, that's very kind of you. You forgot about the orange and the smaller yellow on pin caps too. Bless you. So the yolk yellow and the blood orange. The yolk yellow is the smaller one. Sorry, when my head goes that way, it's because I'm writing. So I'm not just hiding it all the time. I am just writing. So yolk yellow and the blood orange on pin caps. So 3 pin caps altogether. It leaves you with a blurple and the 2 tonal yellow as your loose pearls. Okay, I hope that's all correct there. And then again, that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome, Hannah. I'm glad you're happy. Taylor, yeah, I believe I've got space available for today at the moment. If that changes, obviously I'll pop it in the comments and I'll pin the post if it closes. Up next then today is Alison Jarrett. Alison, are you here? Jackie, bless your heart. Thank you as well for the stars there. Again, that's very, very kind of you. And Alison, hello. Alison, you've got one hatch egg. Is there a certain type of jewellery that you're hoping for? So diving in. And Alison, let's go down. Good luck, my lovely. Again, there's not a lot of movement in there. You've got 3 pearls in your one. So we've got a larger, slightly two-tonal pink. So if you can see here, there's a lighter and then a brighter pink there. So slightly two-tonal pink. You've then got a brighter, in between a lemon and a sunshine yellow. And then this gorgeous mystic purple. He does look like he's got a little imperfection on him there. However, I can, if you choose to have that on the jewellery, I can drill into that and hide it if you would like me to. Now you have got a pendant. Your pendant needs to have the pearl on the jewellery. Okay, so if you do stick with this, we definitely need to have one colour on here. I'm just threading it through and then I'll show you. Oh no, I've done it backwards. Oh no, there we go. Is that the right way? Yep, that's the right way. So this one is a heart, so a larger heart, and the chain goes through the top sort of corner or top half of the heart, and then from the bottom of that is a smaller heart. You've then got a zircon crystal below the smaller heart, and then your pearl hangs at the very bottom and can move around and have a little wiggle. Now let me just get this focused. There we go. So it's got the larger heart, then entwined the smaller heart, a crystal to give it a little bit of sparkle, and then your pearl sits right at the bottom. So with this one, like I said, if you choose, you can either choose to stick with the pearls and the jewellery, or you can swap the jewellery out for a lucky dip, or you can swap all 3 pearls for 1 oyster opening. Alison, what would you like to do? Or, I don't know if I said it, or you can stick with these pearls and jewellery and then choose which one of these you'd like on there as well if you prefer to. Can you have the purple on it and you don't mind the imperfection? Brilliant, of course you can. So let me just write that down. So we're going to have purple on there, then you're happy with the pink and the yellow as well. So purple. And then I'll pop the other 2 in here for you. Okay, Alison, I hope you'll be happy with that then. And of course with everything once it arrives. And that's at that for you. Sean, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, that's very, very kind of you. Alison, you're very, very welcome. Oh, I didn't mark that you was here, so let me do that now. Up next, though, is Amanda Sterland. Amanda, are you here? Fab, a couple of things. Would you mind filling up the oyster bag and grabbing some more of that for me? Thank you. Oh, and can you pass my egg bag? I forgot to get it, otherwise I'm going to have a big pile of eggs here. Sorry, Bab. It's like he can walk in and then I bombard him, so I do feel bad. So currently looking for Amanda Sterland, or Sterland. Amanda, if you're here, please type I'm invisible or bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else can see Amanda, please comment on her comments. That will bring it forward so I can see as well. What's a pin cap? I'll pop the picture of it in the comments. So it's basically, I drill and set it into the pearl, and then it's like the anchor onto your pearl, if that makes sense. Amanda, you are here. Hello, hello, hello. Let's mark that you're here as well. So Amanda, you've got 2 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or one of each? Thank you. It's that Harry Potter bag over by the bubble wrap. One of each, Amanda. And then, thank you, Bab. With the shells, would you like to keep or would you like to donate the shells? Thank you, darling. Okay, so 1 oyster, 1, no, that's the wrong egg pop. Oh, lucky I caught myself then. 1 oyster, 1 egg pop. Let's go down. You'd like to donate the shells, bless you, thank you. And are there certain colours, Amanda, that you're hoping for? So starting with your egg pop. And we've got 2 pearls in that one. Sarah, I felt the vibes. You've got a candy floss pink, and then we've got a lighter autumn peach. So candy floss pink and light autumn peach. If we then move on to your oyster. Light pop there. And you're hoping for blurples or Pepsi blues. Okay, so there's no pearls on that side. And I can see a little peeper in there. Amanda, you are twinning. Twinning with, now I just need to dry these up so I can have a closer look at this colour actually. Oh, they are blurple twins. Now they are slightly different to each other. This one on this side is slightly lighter. Now there's definitely not a lot in it at all, but they are blurple twins. So in some lights they look more blue, some lights they look more purple. Amanda, what do you think to these pearls here? If you're happy with all of those, I'll need to know which 2 you would like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Okay, so the candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lighter autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And egg pop number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. So they're the same size there. You'd like to have blurples on the earrings. Brilliant. And you'd like to swap the other 2 for blues. Do you know what shade of blue you're looking for? Or are they 2 different blues? So I've got icy blue, TARDIS blue, Smurf blues available. So what type of blues? And is it 2 of the same colour or? one icy, one TARDIS. That's brilliant. Let me get those for you so you can have a look. Okay, so can you just confirm that you're happy with those ones there as your loose pearls? Brilliant, perfect. So definitely got the blurples on the earrings and then these two as your loose pearls. Okay, Amanda, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Scott, bless your heart, thank you for the stars. Again, that's extremely kind of you. Oh, Cindy, I hope all of the surgery goes well for you. Tomorrow, Carrie. Tomorrow's monthly charm deal. Up next today is Sharon Morrison. Sharon, are you here? I've seen a lot of you have been receiving your monthly charm deals. Now, obviously, we can't show or say what they are just yet, but I hope everyone who's got it so far is happy. And those who haven't got it yet, I'm ever so sorry, we'll get that. I'll look into that the first thing tomorrow into why some of them, or one of them, I just need to look into it, haven't been sent. Is it female or male? Predominantly it is female, but we do have a couple of more masculine items, Scott. Just depends on what kind of thing you're looking for. So, oh, Sharon, I've just seen you as well. Sharon, hello, hello, hello. Mark off that you're here. You have got a hatch, and then we'll do all of your openings together at the end. So if we dive in, good luck, Sharon, and let's go down. Good luck. And you have got a pair of earrings. Now that does mean that we've got a set of 2 and 2 colours. Your first one is a midnight blue. Now this one is slightly blue and green, so they are obviously a set, but there is slightly different between the two. You've then got magenta twins as well. So midnight blues, this one's got flashes of green, and then 2 magentas. Now the earrings, the pearls do need to go on to, okay, so they are hook back earrings. Sorry, just because they've been in the bag, I just need to, which way around is that one? There we go. Okay, so they're hook back earrings, and then you've got a hexagon, so a hammered hexagon. So hexagon shape with like a hammered silver look. Now the reverse side is not hammered, so that side is flat, so it is plain silver on that side, but the hammered look on this side. And then I don't know if you can see, but it does have this little ring in the middle, and that's where your pearls hang from. So the pearls sit right sort of centre and they sort of dangle around in the middle there. So the pearls do definitely need to go on there. Sharon, your choice is going to be, you can either choose to stick with the pearls and the jewellery, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or we can swap all 4 pearls for 2 oyster openings instead. What do you think? What would you like to do? Swap the jewellery, keep the pearls. Okay, so we're going to do a lucky dip for the jewellery then. Let me just bring you back up. And then that will get added into the lucky dip pot after we've pulled your one out. So I'm just going to mix it to start with, and then if we dive in here, so there's over 10 different options in here to sort of mix around and choose from. And you've got an anklet. Now this anklet did come out on the last live, so it is the black stone beaded anklet. Okay, so it can be worn as a bracelet, and actually let me put this on the white board because it's quite nicer to see this. So all the beads are the same because it is like a jet black stone. If we can get this focused. Now with this one, Sharon, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. No pearls on that one. Brilliant. Now I'm going to keep those ones in the sand. We cannot swap those 4 pearls, but we do have another opening, so you can potentially choose one of those to go on the jewellery if you wanted to, but we'll do your opening first and then we'll see, go from there. So with your opening, would you like to have an oyster or a egg pop, Sharon? So I'm just going to write down that we're going to have no pearls on that anklet there. An egg pop. Nope, not that one. I was so good before and now I keep going going for it. Let's go down. So if I just move these ones over, just so we're not going to get mixed up. So the midnight blues and the magentas. So good luck. And you've got 4 pearls in that egg pop. So we've got Mystic Purple. Now he is slightly two-tonal, if you can see that there. So he's lighter and darker as we go around the pearl. You've got a Blood Orange, a Lemon Yellow, and a Pastel Gold. Now, like I said, these 4 at the top we cannot swap. These 4, if you would like to swap, you can do so. So that's going to be completely up to you. And then I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on your other item. You don't have to have a pearl on there if you don't want to, but the option is there. So I'm going to start running these through the board for you, Sharon, and then just shout out and let me know what you would like to do. So the two-tonal Mystic Purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Blood Orange is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The Lemon Yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the Pastel Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. I don't know if I measured, I'm going to measure these ones as well. So the blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then the blue with the flash of green. So it's more of a, it's not quite a petrol blue actually. So it is more the blue with flash of green. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And then your magenta number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Magenta number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. Okay, Sharon, what do you think? What would you like to do? Okay, can you have the pastel gold on the charm? You can. Oh, you would like a pink on the anklet. Okay, that's not a problem. And a lobster fitting on both of the midnight blues. And then you're happy with the rest loose. Okay. So invoice for lobster fitting on midnight blue. Brilliant. And then let me just bring up the rest of these as well for you. Okay, Sharon, then I hope you're happy with that. Your invoice for the lobster fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. So that's safe up there for you. And again, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Sorry, I just need to print this off because my printer just did a funny, so I just need to sort that out before I can move on. You're very, very welcome. And yes, see you tomorrow for the monthly charm deal. Okay, perfect. So up next tonight, oh, these are all in the wrong order. There we go. Up next tonight is Lucy Simmons. Lucy, are you here? So I'm just updating the order list. Perfect. Lucy, hello, hello, hello. It's your first order. Well, welcome, my lovely. So let's mark that you are here. Sorry, I was just updating the order list so that was ready. Okay, so Lucy, you have got 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. And after this opening, I will do, that's not a problem. So 3 altogether. 1 oyster, keep the shells, perfect. 2 egg pops. Okie dokie. So 1 oyster and then 2 egg pops. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Lucy? Let's go down. We're going to start with your egg pops first, and then we'll do the oyster opening afterwards. Okay, so egg pop number 1. Four pearls in your first one. You've got a sunshine yellow. You're hoping for pinks and whites. Okay, so sunshine yellow, then a blood orange, a pinky rose gold, and a chocolate two-tonal silver. So sunshine yellow, blood orange, pinky rose gold, and a two-tonal chocolate silver. Moving on to egg pop number 2. Two pearls in that one. We've got another pinky rose gold here. It looks like it may be slightly larger than your first, but there's not a lot in it actually. Very, very similar. And then you've got a darker silver bells. Okay, and then we're going to move on to your oyster. So good luck. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There's no pearls on that side. You are twinning. There's no more in that one. So twinning with darker pearls. I'm just going to clean the shells up for you, Lucy, and then we'll dry those off and we'll have a closer look to see what colour they are. Okay, so twin number 1 is a midnight blue and green. So hopefully you can see those blues and greens flashing through. Twin number 2 is more dark green. So twin number 1 has got more blue in him. Twin number 2 has got more green in him. I hope you can see the difference there. So more blue, more green. So from the top, sunshine yellow, blood orange, pinky rose gold, and a silver chocolate. Pinky rose gold, silver bells, dark blue green, and then dark green blue. I'm just going to wrap the shells up for you, then I'll go through and measure them for you, Lucy. With the colours, if you're happy with all of these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you'd like to swap any or all of the pearls, we can do that for you. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like to swap out and which ones you'd like to swap in. Okay, so sunshine yellow. Couldn't pick it up then, and I've just seen you'd like to swap the yellow and the blood orange for matching blush pinks for the earrings. Yeah. Just looking for 2 the same shade and size, so it just takes me a moment. Okay. So if you're happy with these ones, those ones can go on the earrings. And then I'll need to know which one you'd like on your fitting as well. And of course, if there's any other swaps that you'd like to do, because we can swap those as well. So the rose gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Rose gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. So they're actually both measuring the same size there. The silvery chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Can we swap the 2 dark greys? Yep. For bridal whites. And then one of the bridal whites on the fitting. Is that correct? Excuse me. So we're going to have blush pink on there, and then a white on there. No, it's absolutely fine, my lovely. So I'm going to take away the blush pinks and one of the whites, as that has been chosen. So then it would just be with the other pearls. Are you happy with those as your loose pearls, or are there any other colours that you would like to swap at all? Some pastel-y colours. Yeah. So we've got pastel yellow. Pastel, apple green. We can do a autumn peach and a coral, and then possibly maybe like a Smurf blue I can show you. Okay, have a look at these and see if there's any there. So we've got pastel yellow, green, autumn peach, coral and Smurf blue. Are any of those sort of what you're looking for? Definitely the blue. Brilliant. I do have lavender as well. I don't know if that's more pastel-y, but there is a lavender as well. I think that's slightly brighter than a pastel, but it's still gorgeous. Yes, you'd like the lavender. Okay, I'm just going to take these other ones away. So green, yellow, peach, you're happy with the blue, coral, and then lavender you'd like to keep as well. So the midnight blue I can't, because I do have somebody on the waiting list for it, Irene, so that will go to the waiting list person. But the dark green I can if you would like me to. Lucy, if I just hold these ones up here then, so these 5 would be your loose pearls. Are you happy with those? The rest are amazing, Lucy. Brilliant. Okay, let me bring you back up. I've wrapped up your shells as well, so that will get sent along. And let me just pop all of your pearls in here. So just to confirm, I've got the blush pinks on the earrings and the white on the fitting. Lucy, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's up there for you. Okay, perfect. Up next today is Diane Haspel. Diane, are you here? Oh, where are we going? Lucy, you're very, very welcome. Diane, hello my lovely. You've got a hatch and then we'll do your openings all together at the end as well if that's okay. So starting with your hatch egg, is there anything in particular that you're hoping for, Diane? So let's go down. And you've got 3 pearls in here. So colour wise, you've got a golden yellow, a darker two-tonal lavender. Now he does have a little imperfection on here as well. Let me just readjust so we can see that. Just there's the imperfection, but I think that's this one. It's one of the two-tonal pearls, so you can see his gorgeously marked darker and lighter there, and a midnight blue as well. So golden yellow, two-tonal purple and a midnight blue. Now you have here one of the new charms that will be going on the website. This charm, if you choose to keep it, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery, and if you choose to keep it, I'll need to know which fitting you would like on here. So it is one of our new jellyfish charms. So it has a blue enamel coating at the top and also clear and blue crystals at the top there as well. Then you then have the tentacles of the jellyfish coming down, and they are textured as well, just to give that little extra bit of detail. So this one's not on the website yet. It will be going on the website very, very soon. But what do you think, Diane, my lovely? Oh, I've put him slightly sideways. Let me put it this way around instead. Oh, now I've buried. There we go. Can you exchange the charm? Yes. So the options are, we can swap the charm for a lucky dip, or we can swap all 3 pearls for 1 opening. So am I right in thinking that you'd like to swap the charm for a lucky dip of jewellery instead? Is that correct? Which means the jellyfish will go in the lucky dip pot. But just confirm for me before I take it away. Yes, brilliant. Okay, so if we give the lucky dip box a mix, and then I'll pull your one out, and then that charm that you just had will then go in. Okay, so you have got a pendant. Now with this pendant, you will be able to choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery, so you can choose that. This is one of our stone pendants, and it's got gorgeous sort of two-tonal colouring within the stone. Now each stone pendant will be slightly different, because obviously it is cut from a natural product. so they won't all have the same sort of colourings and markings, but this one, I forgot the name of it, is the purple and green stone. So you can see it's mainly purple. If I just hold it like this as well, you can see more green in him. Mainly purple, but to the edges, and if I turn it round, you can see that greeny blue in there as well. Now, if you choose to have the pearl on this one, it does sort of sit at the top and it can move around. Or you don't have to have the pearl on here. You can choose to keep this as it is, and then the pearls loose. So I hope you're happy with that one, Diane. And what we can do is, because you do have one other opening, we can love it, no pearl on the jewellery, brilliant. I was going to say we can decide at the end, but if you already know that you'd prefer to have no pearls on there, that's perfect. So like I said then, you've got one extra opening. Would you like it to be a oyster or a egg pop? Now I'm going to leave these 3 pearls in the sand. They are definitely yours. We're just not allowed to swap the colour of these pearls, but whatever pearl or pearls come out of your opening, you can swap if you would like to. So you'd like to have a oyster. Donate the shells, Diane. Thank you. So is there a certain colour that you're hoping for with this one? Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So you have got a larger dove grey, which is a gorgeous lighter silver. So I just hold this up so you can have a closer look. What do you think to that one? If you're not happy with that colouring there, we can swap him for you. Or if you are happy, then that's perfect, and all of these ones will be your loose pearls. If I run the dove grey through the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Golden yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then the midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7, sorry. Swap the dove grey for a larger tidal green. I can definitely have a look for you. That one's slightly larger. That one's slightly larger. That one's larger, but he's a funky shape. So let me show you. You've got pearl number 1, pearl number 2, or pearl number 3. Now this one is the biggest, but it is a slightly funky shape. Like he's not 100% round. Which one do you prefer? 1, 2, or 3? Number 1. Okay. So then these 4 would be your loose pearls then, Diane. Can you just confirm that you're happy with everything there? Yes, brilliant. Okay, and if I just bring you back up again. Thank you, Diane, for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And as always, I hope that you're going to be happy with everything once it arrives. Is it two-tonal? So the tidal greens are a two-tonal pearl, yes. They've got sort of the greens, mainly green with like blues in it, sometimes a hint of like a little bit of chocolate, just to have that sort of tidal tone. Diane, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Charlotte Hayes. Charlotte, are you here? Charlotte, hello, my lovely. You have got 4 openings and 2 4 pearl oysters. So if I get the 2 4 pearl oysters for you, with the other 4 openings, oh, you've already beat me to it. So all oysters, donate the shells. Okay, so 1 and 2. We're going to open the 4 pearl oysters first, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll open those ones afterwards, Charlotte. So donating the shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So, oyster number 1. Slight double pop there. So this is the 4 pearl oyster. I'm going to have a runaway here. If I turn that round, can you see? Just a little pearl there. Oh, he didn't quite run away, but he is sitting right on the edge. So there's your mother of pearl. No pearls on that side there. And there he goes. And then if we have a squidge in here, and there's no more in that one, so you are of course quadding. Okay, so we've got a denim blue, a bridal white, slightly cream, but I'm going to say definitely base bridal white, a golden peach, and a Pepsi blue. So bridal denim blue, bridal white, golden peach, Pepsi blue. Moving on to 4 pearl oyster number 2. Quite a nice louder pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you are quadding again for your second time. Okay, so in your second quad, you've got a blush pink, another bridal white, that one's slightly more whiter if you can see that there, a silver bells, and then a darker blue. Now this blue is two-tonal, so he is Pepsi and TARDIS blue. So you can see the lighter shades is Pepsi, darker shades is TARDIS. So sort of if I move it round, you'll be able to see the Pepsi there, TARDIS there. So two-tonal blue. And then we've got your 4 normal oysters. I'm just going to move these up actually. I just looked over, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. Similar colours. I suppose we've got the white and the blue. 2 out of 4. Moving on to your next oyster then. Light softer pop. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. We have got a lilac purple. Your next oyster. Soft pop there. Can you bring that forward please, Bab? And there's your mother of pearl. And in here I can actually see 1 and 2, you are twinning. Twinning with raspberry twins in here. Let me just dry these 2 up for you. I'm sorry, my lovely. It gets that time where the camera, there we go, it just needs to refocus itself. And then we've got your 2 more oysters to go. So moving on to your next oyster. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one, so you are twinning for a second time. Now these do look like they are Blurple twins. So Blurple is a mix between blue and purple. In some lights they'll look more blue, and then in some lights they will look more purple. And then moving on to your last oyster, and then of course I will go through all the colours again for you, Charlotte. So last oyster. Again, soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. One, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding in your last oyster here. So this was a normal oyster, which we can get 1, 2, 3, 4. We have had 5 or 6 from them in the past as well. So again, let me just go through all of these colours for you. So it's a pickle. You have got a pickle green, a blush pink, a denim blue, and a, oh, it is another golden peach. And Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, Anne. That's very, very kind of you. Now, Charlotte, what do you think to all of these? If I go from the top, you've got the denim blue, bridal white, golden peach and Pepsi blue. Blush pink, bridal white, dove grey and a two-tonal Pepsi and TARDIS blue. Lilac and then twinning raspberries, twinning blurples. Then we've got a pickle, a blush pink, a denim blue and another golden peach. Now, if you're happy with these, then they are yours, and I'll need to know which 4 pearls you would like on your jewellery. If you're not happy with these, that's absolutely fine, but I will need to know which ones you'd like to swap for, and then again, which ones you'd like on your jewellery. Can we see the 2 blush pinks together? Of course we can. I'll do it to the side over here. They are very, very similar. I think they are slightly, one's slightly darker than the other, but there's definitely not a lot in it. How different are bridal whites to snow whites? Let me see if I've got one to show you. I think that one there is a snow white. So the one under the denim blue is a snow white. You can see the difference there. So one's more of a pure sort of bold white, and then the bridal white is that like almost creamy ivory shade. Now all my whites are in the same pot. I don't have a separate pot for the bridal and the snow whites. I have sort of combined them. Snow white? No, I wouldn't say snow white's sort of silvery, no. I'd say they're more, I don't know what the word, is it opaque? No, that's not the colour. It's more, I can't describe it, more of a bold. You'd like the 2 blush pinks and the 2 whites on the jewellery. Okay. I'll just write that down for you. Then with your loose pearls here, Charlotte, are there any others that you would like to swap at all? I am just going to measure the Smurf blue at the bottom because he's quite large. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. So he is an 8.5. Iridescent, possibly more iridescent. It's really hard to describe. I really need to look into the word I mean. Yeah, the Snow White is definitely a bridal white. And if you think bridal white is, it does have that, I think the bridal white is the more opaque of the two, if that makes sense. You'd like to keep the pickle, the Pepsi, the 2 Pepsi and the 2 raspberry and the Smurf. Okay, so you'd like to keep the pickle, the 2 Pepsi, the 2 raspberry and the Smurf. Okay, so what I've done is the others are all in the same place. These 6 so far you said you'd like to keep. You will go on the waiting list for the midnight blue. So if that's okay, if you don't mind waiting, then I can do that for you. Keep the lilac. So swap for midnight blue. Perfect. You don't mind waiting. And if I just put you on this waiting list as well. Brilliant. So then it's these 5 here. Keep the other blurple. Brilliant. So you've got denim blue, you've got the 2 golden peaches and then the silver bells in the middle. Donate the other 4. Oh, bless you. So when you say to donate them, are they 1 each to the next couple of people on the order list? Or is there certain people that you'd like to donate them to? Can you keep the denim? No, of course you can. So these 3 you'd like to donate and these 9 you'd like to keep as your loose pals. Exactly it, Sam. That's exactly it. And then the 3 to the next 3 people on the order list. That's so very kind of you, Charlotte. Of course I can. So these ones here you would like to keep. And then you will also have the midnight blue as well once that's swapped, okay? So just keep it separate with a note to say that that's the one we're swapping for the midnight blue. And then these 3, I don't have Pearline next to me, which is the swap machine. So I'll have to do the shake method to donate those 3 to the next couple of people on the order list. Excuse me. Charlotte, I hope you're happy with that. Oh, can you have loose ones on lobster fittings? Of course you can. Is that including the midnight blue or not including the midnight blue? They can swap if they want. Oh, bless you, of course. So you'd like to be invoiced for lobster fittings on the loose, including, so if I put here as well, including midnight swap, and then that way it will be included on the invoice that's sent tomorrow. And then obviously the work will be done as soon as the swap's been done. The work will get done on the rest of the order, it's just the blue once the swap's been completed, if that makes sense. So the invoice will get sent across to the email address on the order form. And Charlotte, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. That's safe up there for you. And thank you as well for the donations with your shawls. When will the new charms be on the website? So I'm hoping that, I hate giving a time on it because every time I give a time I then have to push something back if something happens, but I have a good handful of them ready to go. They do get shown to supporters first though, so supporters get sort of first chance to purchase them for around 5 to 7 days first, and then they go live to everybody else. Now they do go in the coming soon section, so when supporters get access to them, everyone else can see them in the coming soon section on the website. So as soon as you see them in there, you'll know that in 5 to 7 days they'll be live, unless of course you're a supporter, then you sort of get told and they're available to purchase straight away, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm hoping, let's say the next 2 weeks. I would imagine this week, but just in case, the next 2 weeks, that the handful of charms will definitely be on there, as they're the ones that are already photoed and basically ready to go. You're very welcome. Oh, bless you, Brittany. Well, welcome. Hello. Right, up next today is Amy Jane. Amy, are you here? Amy, hello. I'm just booking in your loyalty card. So we'll do that opening at the end, but we'll do your hatch opening first, if that's okay. Is there any certain types of jewellery that you're hoping for, Amy? So your hatch egg, let's go down. Now you also do get the donated pearl, but we'll do the donated pearl at the end when we do your opening. Okay, so whatever pearls are in here, just so we don't mix them up at all. So, good luck. Oh, we can hear a couple of pearls rolling around. You're hoping for something new. Okay. Oh, and I believe it is something new. And you've got 3 pearls in here. You have got a midnight blue. So he's a slightly darker midnight blue, but you can definitely see that blue coming through. You've got an autumn peach and a pickle green. So midnight blue, autumn peach, pickle green. Now you've got an anklet here, and it is one of the new anklets, funnily enough that you said that. This one hasn't been on the website before, and I don't think I've shown this one before either. Now we've seen this design, so this design has been this similar design where, for example, the lightning bolts, where you've got the shorter strand or going along the top of the balls, but then this one has got the crescent moons on it. So the other design has got lightning bolts, this one has got crescent moons. It's quite hard to show you. There we go. So it's got 5 moons on here, so you can choose to have pearls on or off the anklet, and of course you can choose to wear it as a bracelet if you wanted to, depending on the sizing. Now let's get this focused. So it is designed, I know it's got slightly twisted there as I moved it round, that the ball and chain section is tighter at the top, and then the moons sort of hang down around the bottom. Yes, of course you can. So I was about to give the option. So you'd like to swap that one. Let me bring you back up. So that does mean that we go for something in here. So if I just give it a good mix, and then, oh, I think I've still got, there we go. Okay, so you've got a cage pendant here. This one has been on the website and is on the website now, I believe, so it's not a new item, but I hope that you'll still be happy with him. He is the Be Mine cage pendant. So it's a heart cage. This cage holds 1 pearl at a time. Main heart cage. You've then got this rose coming through the middle. The rose does have red enamel at the top and a crystal at the top of the rose as well to give it a bit of sparkle, and then green enamel on the colour on coating on the leaves on the stem. There we go. Now the circle in the background, if you can see that there, is where the pearl sits. So it sits in the centre of the overall heart. So then you will be able to swap and change your pearls around inside that cage there. So I hope you're happy with that one, Amy. Now you have got another opening. So if I move these three up, we can't swap these three pearls, but you get a gifted pearl that was just gifted forward from Charlotte. Oh, let me move them into this hand and do it this way. There we go. And then, so this one you can swap when one comes out. There we go. You can swap this one if you would like to. And then you've got a further opening as well. So would you like to have an oyster or an egg pop with that opening? So you've got a golden peach with your gifted pearl. Oh, bless you, Amy. Well, it will. That jellyfish is one of the ones that's going on the website. So yeah, like I said, that will be. It's already photoed and ready, so it will be extremely soon that it will be on there. Right, let me bring you back up. Would you like to have an oyster or an egg pop with your opening? Oh, egg pop. Okie dokie. And let's go down. So I'm going to pour them over here just so we don't get them mixed up here, Amy. Good luck. 2 pearls in that one, and we've got 2 darker colours. Oh, look at these gorgeous deeper. Now this is like a chocolatey black cherry, so it's almost like a brick red, because he's got that gorgeous black cherry tone, but he does also have a chocolatey tone to him. And then you've got a darker silver bells as well. So you've got the golden peach, the black cherry chocolate, and a silver bells. Now top 3 we cannot swap, the bottom 3 we can. So if you're happy with those, then of course you don't have to swap anything, but if you would like to, Amy, then that's absolutely fine. Just let me know what you would like to do. So the gifted peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The black cherry chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. The midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. And your pickle green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Yes, Ilaria, so I don't, if they're gifted, obviously once it's gifted on the live, I don't then normally show it again. It then automatically gets added into that person's open order. So it would have been added to sort of Amy's, if Amy's got an open order, it would have been added to there, if that makes sense. But it does definitely have your name on it to say who it's from. So if that person does happen to miss the opening, they still get a note to say that it's from that person, so they know. Midnight and gunmetal and red on a pin cap. Yeah. And bless you. Yes, she did, Amy. Sorry, like I said, I don't normally, once it's gifted on the live, I then normally put it with, like, I package it up. I don't normally keep them around. Sorry, I didn't realise we wanted to show it again. The donated on pearl on pin cap too. So midnight blue, the silver bells, so gunmetal silver bells, the red, and the gifted golden peach on pin caps, so 4 pin caps, and that leaves your peach and pickle green as your loose pearls. Is that correct? So invoice for pin cap on golden peach, silver bells, midnight blue, and I'm just going to write down black cherry, but you know it does have that sort of chocolatey tone in there as well. Yep, that's brilliant, Amy. Okay, then these 2 as your loose pearls. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And once you see the cage in life, I hope obviously that everything there you're happy as well. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And as always, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. From me, you're very welcome. Now, somebody asked for an updated order list, so I will just start typing that out. So I'll pop it in the comments in a moment. Let's put this the right way around first. Up next, though, is Emma Neville. Emma, are you here? Emma, hello. Emma, you have got 2 hatch eggs. So we're going to do them both one at a time, and then if you have any openings, we're going to do them all at the end together. Okay, so here's the order list here, guys. Oh, no, I didn't copy it. Sorry. There we go. There's the order list there. So, Emma, egg number 1. Is there certain jewellery that you're hoping for at all? Good luck. And we've got 3 pearls in here. Oh, look at these colours. Shirley, bless your heart. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. So we've got a Snow White, I believe, to start with. You've then got a 2-tonal green. Now this green is slightly squished pebble, if you can see that, so slightly funky shape. And then you've got this 2-tonal purple as well. Now again, because he is a 2-tonal one, I mean, not all 2-tonal pearls have got imperfections. It's just a lot of 2-tonal pearls do have imperfections. So again, this one's just got a slight imperfection there, but he's gorgeous multi-tonal with lighter and darker areas with the purple. So Snow White, 2-tonal apple green and 2-tonal purple. Now with that, Emma, you have got a pendant. This pendant, the pearl does need to go on the jewellery, so the pearl sits right in the centre of the jewellery. Okay, so if you're happy to keep this, we'll need to pick what colour you'd like in there. So it is a circle, and in the border of that circle is crystals to give it a sort of sparkle. It does have a wave going around the whole edge though, so all around the edge the silver is waving, again to give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more definition in the jewellery itself. Emma, your choice is going to be, you can either stick with both the pearls and the jewellery. If so, I'll need to know which pearl you'd like on here. Or we can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or we can swap all 3 pearls for one oyster opening. You'd like to have a lucky dip. Okay, so let me bring you back up for the lucky dip. So we're just going to give it a really good mix to start with, and then diving in. Oh, one caught up. I didn't even get to grab any others there, and it just sort of it sort of went in the curve of my hand. So you have got a pendant. Now this pendant is a new item. It's not on the website yet. It will be in one of the new collections after the charms have gone on. And it does need to have one pearl on here. So again, you do need to pick one pearl for the jewellery. So overall, it is a circle with a blue crystal in the centre. Surrounding that blue crystal are some clear circles, making a circle border. You then have got a larger clear circle underneath, and then your pearl then sits beneath that. So blue crystal, clear crystals making up the circle, a larger crystal spot, and then your pearl sits beneath. Now, if you wanted to here, Emma, you can now choose to wait to pick your pearl colour till at the end. We can't swap these colours, but if you wanted to wait and see what comes out of the next egg, we can do that. Or if you'd like to choose one of these to go on here, that's absolutely fine as well. But I hope you're happy with that one. Wait and see. Okay, I am going to take the pearls out of the sand, but then I'll just add them back in again at the end. So moving on to your second hatch egg then. Okay, let's go down, and in here, and we've got 3 pearls in this one. You've got a mystic purple, or quite a light mystic purple, almost moving into a lavender. You've got a 2-tonal blush pink, and you've got a gorgeous bright pink as well. Now this is going with the 3 stars anklet. So this one is on the website, and as the name describes, it is a anklet with 3 crystal stars on him. So it's a ball chain anklet. So the main chain is like a ball chain design. And then you've got these 3 larger baby pink crystal stars. Now with this anklet, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. And it can again be worn as a bracelet if you would prefer to, depending on the sizing, of course. So your choice with this one, Emma, is the same. Would you like to stick with both the jewellery and the pearls? Or would you like to go for it's really hard to show this one, go for a lucky dip for the jewellery? Or would you like to swap all 3 pearls for 1 oyster opening? Can you keep that one? Of course you can. Okay, so pearl wise then, with the anklet you can choose whether you have a pearl on or off there, that's up to you. With the pendant, we definitely need to have a pearl on there. So which colours would you like where? We can't swap these pearls, so these are the colours here, but which ones would you like where? So you've got that mystic purple at the top, blush pink, bright pink, then the 2-tonal purple, the snow white, and the 2-tonal apple green. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Oh, I'm so sorry, Emma. Yes, you definitely get a donated pearl. Now, with the donated pearl, you can swap that one if you would like to. So you've got a golden peach at the bottom there. So the golden peach you can swap if you would like to, and also you can choose to have that one on the jewellery. You'd like to have the blush pink on the anklet, okay, and you'd like to have the white on the pendant, and then a lobster fitting on the rest. That's not a problem. Now I've just added that golden gifted peach in. Would you like to have a lobster fitting on that one as well, or would you prefer to keep that one loose? So anklet is blush pink, pendant is white, and then you'd like to be invoiced for lobster fitting on two-tone purple, mystic purple, bright pink, two-tone apple. Yes please. Okay, and the golden peach as well. And you're very welcome, Emma. Let me bring you back up. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And let's just pop all of these on here. So Emma, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next then today is Carrie Bully. Carrie, are you here? Carrie, hello, hello, hello. You've got one hatch altogether, Carrie. Is there a certain type of jewellery that you're hoping for? So we've got this one here. Let's go down. Carrie, good luck. Oh, 3 pearls in that one. All pastel colours here. So we've gone for a pastel theme when we did this one. So you've got a dove grey, so light silver dove grey, a snow white, and a lighter pastel. Oh, he's a two-tonal yellow, so got that brighter area down there. So yellow and yellow. So dove grey, bridal white, two-tonal yellow. Now this is the buttercup pendant. You also have the gifted pearl as well, before I forget. The gifted pearl is the other dove grey, so the bottom dove grey you can swap if you wanted to. Okay, now the buttercup pendant definitely needs to have one pearl in him. And it is a double-sided pendant as well, and it's quite a special one because the pearl that goes in here actually then reflects, because it is it's cupping around the pearl. The petals on the outside reflect the colour back. So if I turn this around, on this side you can see it is a domed flower, so it is a buttercup. And then because it is that dome, when it's flipped around, the pearl sits right in the centre. It's really quite hard to show you. Oh, here we go. And the petals come all the way up the sides. So yeah, when the pearl goes right in the centre, the colour reflects. And then from this side, there's the flower there. Like I said, this one's quite hard to show on camera, but it is absolutely stunning. But Carrie, it's your decision. If you would like to keep this one, you can stick with both the pearls and the jewellery, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap the 3 pearls for 1 oyster opening. You'd like to go for a lucky dip. Okie dokie. So let's take the buttercup away and dive in. I'm just going to give this a mix. And good luck. Oh, I've heard one fall on the table there. Okay, so you have got the one which I shown earlier. and it is the jellyfish charm. So the one I shown earlier. So it is just the plain silver on the back of the jellyfish. It's got the 925 silver stamp at the top, and then jellyfish. So it's got blue enamel at the top with different coloured crystals getting into a darker blue on the actual top of jellyfish, and then he's got those tentacles coming down with textured silver to give it that design. With this one, Carrie, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery, and I'll definitely need to know what fitting you would like. So you can have lobster fitting, hoop fitting, or a 6mm jump ring. And then, like I say, pearl on or off. So the pearls that we've got are dove grey, bridal white, or two-tonal yellow. Or you do have dove grey at the bottom. The dove grey at the bottom you can swap if you would like to. There is a waiting list for a Pepsi Blue, so as long as you don't mind waiting, I can do that for you. So we'd like to have no pearl on the jewellery, that's absolutely fine. Which fitting would you like, Carrie? A lobster fitting, a hoop fitting, or a 6mm jump ring? And I just need confirmation that you don't mind waiting for a Pepsi Blue. So with the Pepsi Blues, you would be... you would be third on the list for one. It could hold two, Samantha, but they would just sort of sit either side. But yeah, I would personally recommend just the one, just because it's a thinner charm. So if you had the two pearls either side, it may look a bit overpowered, but it just depends on what you're looking for. So swap for Pepsi Blue, and we don't mind waiting, and you'd like to have the 6mm jump ring on there. Okie dokie. Perfect. Carrie, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Just popping all this on here as well. Okay, and then that's safe up there for you. Alex, welcome. Can you donate one of your blues from tonight to Carrie? Yes, you can if you would like to. So Carrie, does that mean that you'd like to come off the waiting list for one if you get gifted one? Oh, bless you, Carrie. Thank you for the stars there. It's very kind of you. So Charlotte, the lighter or the darker blue? Carrie can pick. Bless you. So Carrie, would you like, it's a lighter Pepsi Blue or a slightly darker Pepsi Blue, which was like two-tonal with TARDIS and Pepsi. So Carrie, Charlotte has said you can choose which one you would prefer. And then just confirm for me, does that mean that you'd like to come off the waiting list for one as well? Or would you like to also wait for one as well as that one, if that makes sense? I'm just waiting for that to come through. If you can just confirm for me. Oh, shiver. Just going to refresh my comments, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, haven't missed anything yet. Okay. Okay, so Charlotte, if you don't mind, Carrie, to have the lighter blue, is that okay? So take you off the list here. Okay, but you'd like to swap that for a lavender instead. Charlotte, that's so very kind of you. Honestly, so very kind of you. So the lighter blue. There. And then Carrie, just to show you the blue and the lavender that will be swapped in. So the blue is gifted in and the lavender is swapped in there. Okay, just confirm if you're happy with that lavender as well, and then that's perfect. Yes, happy. Oh, sorry, I know I went slightly off then. Brilliant. Okay. So, oh, they are yours. Again, Charlotte, that was very, very kind of you to do so. Carrie, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Up next then today is Diane Gibb. Diane, are you here? And so yes, basically with the monthly charm deal, it goes a lot faster because everybody sort of has one opening. And then, so with the monthly charm deals, you get one opening for the charm, then it is a mystery charm, so it's at a discounted price just until the end of that live. So after tomorrow night's live, it will go up to its normal price. So you get it at a discounted price if you obviously do the pre-order. But the catch is that you don't know what the charm is going to be. Now each month it is a different charm, and each month everybody gets the same charm, and it is going to be a charm that hasn't been seen before and it hasn't been on the website before, so a completely new charm. You get to pick what fitting you would like on there, and then of course you get your opening as well. Now I always say if the pearl has to be on the jewellery or not. So far we've only had one charm where the pearl had to be on the jewellery, and then the other charms, the pearls don't have to be on the jewellery, so you get to have that choice, and you can swap the pearls as well. So basically it's a surprise charm until you receive it. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, the live normally goes a lot quicker because sort of everybody has one opening. So yeah. Colour swaps are allowed, yeah. And Diane, hello. Hello. Let's mark that you are here. Diane, you've got one hatch here. So is there a certain type of jewellery that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Good luck, Diane. And we've got 3 pearls in this one. You've got a gorgeous bright pink. We've got a blood orange. And you've got a Simba peach. So bright pink, blood orange and Simba peach. Now you have got a cage pendant. This cage pendant holds 1 pearl at a time, and then if you've got any loose pearls at home or any other pearls, you can swap and change the pearls around in this cage pendant at home. It is the ballerina cage pendant, or the dancer cage pendant, I think it is on the website. So as you can see, she's looking over to this side. She's got one arm up in the air, one arm down. And then she's got this gorgeous dress. Now, I don't think it's showing on the live, but on the dress is a light pink crystal. So it's almost like a very light baby pink crystal within each of the sections of the dress. And then the pearl sits just behind the skirt, as you can see there. So the pearl colour comes through all of the little sections of the skirt, and then of course you can see it as well. Diane, what do you think to these? If you're happy with both the jewellery and the pearls, then you can stick with those, or you can swap the jewellery, or we can swap the pearls for 1 oyster opening. You'd like to swap your jewellery. Okay, so let's get the lucky dip pot for you, and just going to give these a mix. And then in here, I think I've got 2. I don't know, is that, no, that is 1. The bag was folded over. Okay, so, oh, this one came out on the last live. So it is an anklet. Again, it can be worn as a bracelet. This is a new one, and it is the bow anklet. So it's got the ball and chain design here again. Trace chain and ball design. So these balls, they do not move. They are still. And then you've got this 3D bow in the middle. So if I just turn it so you can see, every angle is a 3D bow all the way around. Okay, so with this one, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery, Diane. That's going to be up to you. What would you like to do? So I hope you're happy with him. Would you like to have one went on the floor? One went on the table, which I picked up. I can't see one on the floor, but I'll have a proper look after the live. I definitely picked the one up from the table though. So with that anklet there, would you like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery, my lovely? The pink on there, of course you can. And then the other two as your loose pearls. Perfect. So pink on there. Diane, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe on there, and then that's up there for you. You're very, very welcome. Can you buy a piece of jewellery and get an oyster opening to pick the pearl to come through? Yes, so most jewellery on the website, Alex, comes with the correct amount of openings for it. So for example, if it's a pendant which holds one pearl, it will come with one opening. Earrings with two pearls, it would come with two openings, and then you get to choose. You can swap those pearls when they come out if you want to, if you're not happy with what's inside, and then I set those onto the jewellery for you. Up next then today is Tracy Scott. Tracy, are you here? Tracy, hello my lovely. You also have a hatch egg, so let's dive in for you, my lovely. Oh, we've got this one here. Let's go down, and good luck. We've got 3 pearls in here. Oh, I think it's a new pendant that we haven't seen before. So we're just closing the egg. The 3 pearls that we've got are a bridal white, a periwinkle, and a midnight blue. So you can see the theme of colours here. So bridal white, periwinkle, midnight blue. Your pendant holds 1 pearl, so we definitely need to have a pearl for the jewellery. And it's one of the blue crystal collection pendants that will be going on the website. So it's got this larger blue crystal. And then it's almost like it's got the, it's tying, is it tying the knot? So this one, let me describe it. So it's really hard to describe. Again, it's one of those that once you see it, so if the pearl sets down here, imagine this coming up here, then this loop goes round, it comes behind this, then loops back round with this. So from this blue crystal, loops round and behind, up and round and down. I hope that makes sense. So from here, comes round here, goes behind, loops up, down, round and comes down. There we go, that's the colour of the crystal. So I think it's in shadow there, but from here you can see the lighter crystal. It is like a ribbon, 100%. Okay, so what do you think? Oh, I've just popped it round the wrong way. Let's move it this way. Would you like to stick with the jewellery and the pearls, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap the pearls, all 3 pearls, for 1 oyster opening. You'd like to keep them, Tracy. Okay, perfect. Which pearl would you like on your jewellery then? So you've got the bridal whites, the periwinkle, or the midnight blue. Which one would you like on there? You'd like to have the periwinkle on there. Perfect. Let me bring you back up again. And then I'll just write all of this down. And then I hope you're happy with your other 2 pearls as well. So, periwinkle on there. 26 chains, an invoice for that. Yes, of course I can. Invoice for 26 trace chain. Okay, that invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address on the order form. And then you'd like to have small lobster fittings on the other 2. Okay, invoice for small lobster on the midnight blue and the white. Perfect, so that will all be included on the same invoice, Tracy. Again, it will get sent across tomorrow for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's it there for you. Right, up next then today, you're very welcome, Tracy. Up next today is Sarah Jones. Sarah, are you here? Sarah, hello. Let me just mark that you're here as well. Sarah, you've also got 1 hatch. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? Let's go down. Good luck. Oh, there's definitely not much movement in this one. Okay, so pearls are inside, not inside, but were on the bag there. That's why they weren't moving. 3 pearls in this one. You've got a pastel apple green, a smurf blue, and a this one is more of a, hang on, let me just double check. I think it's mystic purple or darker lavender. So it's sort of in between the dark lavender and mystic purple. So pastel apple green, smurf blue, and that purple. Now you have got an anklet, and it is the 3-star anklet like we saw earlier. However, this one has got the blue stars. So it's like a, almost like a baby blue. So it's got 3 larger stars on here. So it's the ball and chain design with these gorgeous blue stars. With this anklet, you can choose to have your pearl on or off the jewellery. And then we've paired it with those 3 colours. So you can see that them blue stars go with both the green, the smurf blue and the purple. Now, if you're happy with these, you can stick with both the anklet and the pearls, or we can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or we can swap your 3 pearls for a 1 oyster opening. Now, the stars will look darker here. Again, it's just because they're in the sand. It's not, as you just saw, they are that lighter colour. Keep that one. and you'd like it with the Smurf blue. It's your mum's 60th soon and she'll love it. Oh, Sarah, I hope she does, and I hope she has a brilliant birthday as well. And of course, I hope you're happy with it, my lovely. So the green and the purple are your loose pearls. And then if I write down that we're going to have the blue on here. So blue on there. Perfect. Sarah, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's up there for you. Right, up next then today is Samantha. Sam, are you? Sam, I've just seen you actually. Sam McNamara. I think that was right. Samantha McNamara. Are you here? Hello, Sam. Have I got it right? I got Aaron to to coach me. But Sam, you have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have a oyster or a egg pop? It was almost perfect. Like I said, I got Aaron to coach me. It took me a long time, but I hopefully I'm almost there. Yay! And I'm sorry it took so long. It was quite bad. Oh, you sent a card as well. Bear with me then. Name and date and all stickers. That's perfect. So 2 openings altogether. Which 2 would you like, Sam? Oysters or egg pops, or you can have one of each. Two oysters. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Oh, you've just said donate your shells. Perfect. So oyster number 1. Good luck. We've got a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Thank you, Bab. Ooh, and your first one, you are twinning. There's no more in that one. Twinning with Dove Grey pearls. So I'm just trying to get it focused on. There we go. So twinning Dove Greys. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Now this one looks like it's slightly open at the top, but I don't know if that was, they've got like a seal halfway down. I've just cut through it. So I don't know if it was open through the seal, like past the seal, or if it was just the top section. So soft pop there. Oh no, he still looks like he's got quite moist. There's your mother of pearl. 1 and 2. Sam, you are twinning for a second time. Now it looks like these may be the grass green twins. So the grass green, these are sort of in between grass green and seafoam green, but because they are darker, I would say they're more closer to that grassy green shade. So you've got twinning dove greys and then twinning grass greens. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. If I run them through the board, Dove Grey Twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Dove Grey Twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they're measuring the same size. Green Twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Green Twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. So again, they are measuring the same size as each other. You was hoping for seafoam. Oh, perfect. So these are slightly darker. Like I said, they're slightly more grass green. But what do you think? Can you have the top ones as studs and the bottom ones on jump rings? Yes. So does that mean you'd like to have no pearls on the jewellery? Is that correct? So the Dove Grey on studs, and then you'd like to be invoiced for jump rings with grass green. Oh, I love that, Sam. Okay, perfect. So the invoice, sorry, I'm just bringing you back up again. There we go. The invoice will get sent across tomorrow. It will be on the same invoice. So I've got no pearl on the jewellery, but you've got the Dove Greys on the studs and then jump rings on both the grass greens. So I hope you're happy with that. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, Sam. And that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome. Okay, up next then today is Irene Vasquez. Irene, are you here? Oh, Tracy, bless you. Thank you for the stars, my lovely. Again, that's very kind. Irene, hello. Irene, you have got a hatch egg. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So dive in and let's go down. Good luck. Shirley, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, that's very kind of you. We've got 2 pearls in this one, Irene. You've got a creamy ivory and a dark raspberry. So cream ivory and dark raspberry. Now the cage pendant that you've got, so it is a cage pendant, holds one pearl at a time, and it does mean that if you've got any pearls at home, you can of course swap and change these pearls around inside. Heather, bless you, thank you as well for the stars. You guys have been so very kind today. So this is the hearts and the tree cage pendant. Oh, the name's eluding me. So as you can see, it is a tree, and then you've got silver and red enamel hearts as the leaves of the tree. Now the pearl actually sits in the tree leaves as well, so the pearl colour will also come through, as well as the silver and the red. The pearl colour comes through at the top there. It is a gorgeous cage pendant. I just need to get it focused properly for you so you can see. Now it's completely up to you, Irene. If you're happy with this one and your pearls, you can stick with both, or you can choose to have a lucky dip for the jewellery, or you can swap both pearls for one oyster. What would you like to do? Can we go for a lucky dip? Of course we can. So if I bring you back up, and I'm going to start mixing in here for you. And then good luck. We've got this one here. Oh, and this is a cage pendant that we saw earlier today. So again, it does hold one pearl at a time, and it is the ballerina cage. So this is one we showed earlier this evening. He does have a little bit of pink in the skirt of the dress. And again, actually, your two pearls do go beautifully. They sort of match the theme of this cage as well. So I hope you're happy with this, Irene. There we go. So I hope you're happy with that one. Let me bring you back up. And pop all of this in here for you. Irene, you're very, very welcome. As always, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. That's on there, and then, oh, that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next then today is Fatima Rahman. Fatima, are you here? Fatima, hello my lovely. Let's start with your hatch egg, Fatima, and then we'll do your openings together at the end. So is there anything in particular you're hoping for your hatch egg? Let's go down. So good luck. And I can see straight away we've got 3 pearls in this one. You've got a yolk yellow, a darker gunmetal grey, and a baby pink. So yolk yellow, gunmetal grey, and baby pink. Now the item of jewellery you've got is a bracelet. Okay, so this bracelet, the pearl can go on or off the jewellery, so that is going to be up to you. And also you can pick the placement of this. So it is a simple chain bracelet, but he's got this gorgeous little elephant in the middle, so elephant silhouette. The elephant, as you can see, is raising his trunk, and you can either choose to have the pearl, either no pearls on the jewellery, or a pearl hanging from the trunk, or a pearl hanging from the tail? What do you think? So you've got yolk yellow, gunmetal grey and baby pink. Your choices are, you can either stick and keep the jewellery and the pearls. Oh, that didn't work. Can you swap? Oh, of course you can. So let's go for a lucky dip instead. So let's bring you back up. And I'm just gonna, where did I put that? It's back. I put it over there. Let's mix this up first. And then, okay, so you've got this one here. And again, we've seen this one tonight. It is a anklet, and it is the crescent moon anklet. So it is the double chained anklet. So you've got the top chain, which is slightly tighter, so it sits higher on the ankle. And then you've got the bottom one, which is looser, so it's aimed so that the crescent moons, it's really hard to show these ones. The crescent moon then sort of sits and dangles beneath. Again, with this one, you can choose whether you have a pearl on or off the jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that one there, Fatima. Now with the colour of the pearl, like I said, you can choose whether you have a pearl on or off the jewellery. And what I can do is I can leave those three there. We cannot swap these ones. However, we can do your other openings first, and then you can decide from them colours on which ones you would like where, if you would prefer to. So you've got two openings altogether. Which two would you like? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Two egg pops. Okie dokie. Now, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down. And egg pop number 1. Two pearls in your first one. We've got a coral and a periwinkle. Moving on to egg pop number 2. Three pearls in that one. You've got a autumn peach, a golden yellow, and a pastel apple green. What do you think to all of these, Fatima? So we definitely need to know which two you would like on your jewellery, and then if you'd like to have one on the anklet, which pearl on there as well. Pearl wise, we can swap your pearls for you. Apart from the top three, we can't swap those. So the colours that we can swap from are the coral, the periwinkle, the autumn peach, the golden yellow, and the pastel apple green. What do you think, my lovely? What would you like to do? Now, if I run, you can have more than one on the anklet, yes. It would just mean that I would invoice you for the additional pearls on there. So if you don't mind me, if you don't mind the additional invoice, then that's absolutely fine. swap the apple green for a yolk yellow. So I don't have an exact match unless you'd like to sort of swap one of the others to match. So let me show you. That one's still too light. Yeah, I don't have an exact match with that. Unless you don't mind it not being exact, I can show you sort of the closest, possibly. In fact, let me look in my swap pot as well. Is it the top one we're trying to match? I'm just not sure. I mean, that's pretty close, but again, it's not a dead-on match. Sorry, well, I'm just looking through. I do have, so that's closer, but it's too small. I've got pearls that I haven't yet managed to put away. So I'm just having a look through those. Okay, so the closest match I can do, so your one is that one there, and then one I'm going to do, so it's smaller. So your one is this one, and I can do, that's the closest one I've got. Would you be happy with that? Yeah, brilliant. So those ones on the earrings. Okay, and then would you like to have a pearl or pearls on your anklet? There's 5 moons on the anklet. Yes, of course you can. So if you take a screenshot of these ones here, and then I'll make a note that you're going to email me your choices across, and then you can swap the bottom 4. So if I put the top 2 separately, so the gunmetal and the baby pink, we cannot swap, and then these 4 we can swap. Okay. But if I make a note that you're going to email me what colours you would like where. That's not a problem at all, Fatima. So I'm just writing this down. Let me bring you back up. So we'll email about pearl for anklet. Perfect. When you email, please include your 5-digit order number, and then I'll be able to link your email to the correct order. Fatima, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay, up next and today is Heather Dix. Heather, are you here? Bless you, Samantha. Well, thank you for joining us today. You've sent a loyalty card as well. Let me just have a look for you. Name and date is on there. Perfect. Okay, so let's do your hatch egg first, and then we'll do your opening at the end. So let's get your egg for you. Good luck, Heather. And let's go down. Okay, so in your egg you have got 3 pearls. You've got a blood orange, a multi-tonal silver olive chocolate. So you can see he's got gorgeous markings on him. So his base silver with this gorgeous, really bright olive green with chocolate hints to him. And then you've also got a 2-tonal yellow, so a pastel and lemon yellow. Now you have got a cage pendant here. So this cage pendant comes with normally 1 opening, so it also holds 1 pearl at a time. Sorry, I'm just putting it together. If you get any pearls at home, as you know, Heather, you'll be able to swap and change this around. So you can see it is a Celtic knot, and on sections of that knot he does have some crystals just to give it a little bit of sparkle, and then your pearl sits right in the middle there. What do you think? What would you like to do? So you can either choose to stick with both the jewellery and the pearls, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap all 3 pearls for 1 oyster opening. Can you keep it, please? Being Welsh, it's a must. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're happy with him. Perfect. So that means you've also got your opening as well. So which with your opening, would you like to have a oyster or a egg pot? Oyster, perfect, donate the shells. Is there a certain colour or colours that you're hoping for with this one, Heather? So I have taken the other pearls out of the sand. If you'd like me to bring them back at the end, I can do so, but we cannot swap those 3 out. Okay, so your oyster, double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you've got a lemon yellow. What do you think to a lemon yellow? If you're happy with this one, then he is yours. If not, I can swap him for a colour of your choice. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So you're happy with that one, you'd like to have lobster fittings on them all. Of course you can. So 4 lobster fittings, and then you've got that gorgeous cage pendant as well. Perfect. So your invoice, Heather, that will get sent across tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you as well for the donations with your shells. You're very, very welcome. Up next then is Gemma Jones. Gemma, are you here? Today it's the snake chain, Georgina. Gemma, no, that's absolutely fine. I have looked at it when you said before, but we'll add that on today. So let's start with your hatch first, Gemma, and then we'll do your opening afterwards. Okay, so with your hatch, is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Gemma, good luck. 3 pearls in your one. And I can see that you've got one of the new charms as your item. So the pearl colours you've got is a pickle green, an amber, and a darker midnight blue. So pickle green, amber, and midnight blue. Moving on to your item, like I said, it is a charm. So with this charm, you can choose to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. And then if you choose to keep this charm, I will need to know which fitting you would like to have. So here is a mushroom, and on top of the mushroom are different coloured crystals. So it's going to be very reflective, this one as well. So it's actually, that dark silver bit is actually reflecting the camera. So it's just need to get it at an angle. In fact, let me just try pop it in the sand. I think that might be easiest. Although it may make the crystals look quite dark. Yeah, it does. So it's a little mushroom. He's got some gorgeous texture on the stalk of the mushroom. And then he's got green, red, blue, pink and yellow crystals at the top here. If we can see all those. Like I said, it is reflecting that dark camera. So it is a normal light silver mushroom. It's just very reflective. You'd like to keep him, Gemma. Brilliant. Which fitting would you like to have? And would you like to have a pearl on or off of there? Hoop fitting and pearl on. Okay, and with your other opening then, would you like to have a lobster, no, sorry, a egg pop or oyster? I've definitely got down hoop fitting. Sorry, it's hit that time of night now. My brain's it's doing overtime. Egg pop. Okie dokie. So with this one, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Let's go down. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. In here. 3 pearls in there. So you've got a gorgeous bright burgundy red, a bridal white, and a lighter autumn peach. So the top 3 we cannot swap. The bottom 3, if you're not happy, you can swap those. And then I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. So from the top, pickle green, amber, midnight blue, then burgundy red, bridal white, and a lighter autumn peach. So if I run these ones through the board for you, the red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Icy blue, TARDIS blue, Smurf blue. We'd like the top 3 on lobster fittings. Okay. And amber, and then you'd like to see a Smurf blue next to the charm. I can, however I can't hold up both at the same time. So are you happy if I lay it in the sand for you to see? Like I said, it does make it slightly darker when it's in the sand, but otherwise, because if I put it on the board, it will just slide off when I try and get the angle for the camera. So I hope it's okay there. And then if I just put that next to it, then you can see. So you'd like to see cranberry red instead. No, that's absolutely fine, Gemma. There's nothing to apologise for. Keep the cranberry, swap the burgundy red for the cranberry, okay. And then you'd like to try a mystic purple, okay. What colour would you like to swap out for the mystic purple? Oh. So swap the autumn peach and then mystic purple on the charm. Okie dokie. Brilliant. So let me bring you back up. So we've got mystic purple on the charm, and then you're going to have invoice for lobster fittings on the midnight blue, the pickle and the amber, and then that leaves your cranberry and the white as your loose pearls. Just putting this all on here for you. Your invoice, my lovely, that will get sent across tomorrow for you to the email address that's on the order form. And Gemma, I hope you're happy with everything there, and that's safe up there for you. Oh, and on the cranberry as well. Of course you can. And cranberry. Perfect, I've got that down for you. And you're very welcome. Okay, up next today is Jackie Elliott. Jackie, are you here? Oh, Liz, bless your heart. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. So sorry. Jackie, hello. You have got a hatch as well. Let me just mark you as here. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Talia, if you can pop me an email over with your order number, I can look into it for you, okay? It's just I won't be able to have a look whilst I'm on the live. So, Jackie, good luck. You have got 3 pearls in your hatch pop. We've got a bright pink, a chocolate bronze, and a snow white. So, snow white, chocolate bronze, bright pink. Oh, you've got a pendant. Now this pendant is on the website. It does need to have the pearl on the jewellery. So if you're happy with this, we'll need to definitely know which pearl you'd like on there. So this is almost like a double heart pendant. Okay, then the pearl is going to get set right at the bottom. So it's got a crystal encrusted heart at the top, which is then sort of got an elongated point at the bottom where the pearl is attached to. That point is getting threaded through a silver heart. Okay, so 2 hearts, the silver heart here, the crystal heart behind, getting threaded through, and then the pearl gets set down here. No, we are fully booked for tonight, Georgina, my lovely. So if you choose to have the pearl on here, it does sort of move around and have space to wiggle, as you can see. Your choice, Jackie, is going to be, you can either choose to stick with both the pearls and the jewellery, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap the pearls for 1 oyster opening. Oh, Irene, that should work. Why has that not worked? Oh, thank you for trying it though. I did set it, so maybe I didn't do something right. I will have a look at that. But thank you for trying it. Jackie, you'd like to have the white on the necklace? Perfect. Of course you can. And then you're happy with the other 2 as well as your loose pearls. Okay, if I bring you back up and then I'll write this down. So white on there. Perfect. Jackie, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next then today is Donna Surridge. Donna, are you here? Oh, sorry, shiver. Donna, hello, hello, hello. Again, Donna, we're going to start with your hatch and then we'll do your opening at the end, if that's okay. So diving in. I might top this up ready for the next live. It's about half a box left. Let's go down. Donna, good luck. And you have got one of the new charms as well. Now with that charm, you have got 3 pearls. You've got a gorgeous reddy burgundy red chocolate. So again, it's a brick red. It's got that gorgeous red and chocolate tone. You've got a blurple, so it's a mix between blue and purple. So in some lights he'll be more blue, some lights will be more purple. And a Simba peach. So brick red, blurple and Simba peach. Now your item is a new charm. So if you choose to keep this one, I'll need to know what fitting you would like. And this charm, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. He is a little 3D robot. Oh, he's so cute. So as you can see, he's got his little robot head, his little face, his little heartbeat monitor in the middle, arms and legs. If I turn him around, there's the reverse side. Just the head, body, legs. I think he is so cute. I understand, again, he's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love him. I don't know what name this one is one that I'm stumped with the name for. Maybe supporters, I might put in the group for you guys to name him, because yeah, I'm not sure, but he is, we need a name that fits, that sort of fits him. But Donna, like I say, I understand he's not everyone's cup of tea, so it's going to be up to you. Would you like to keep this one? If so, what fitting would you like? Or if you'd like to swap for different item of jewellery, that's fine. Or if you'd like to swap the pearls, you can have one opening instead. Claire Louise, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, it's very kind of you. You'd like to keep that, Donna? Of course you can. Oh, I like Beatbox, because he's got the beat, like heartbeat in his middle box as well. So Donna, which fitting would you like on him? A lobster fitting, a hoop fitting, or a 6mm jump ring? Now I'm going to just move these up as well, because you can choose, oh, lobster fitting and red on him. That's brilliant, Donna. Love that. Okay, so red and lobster. Perfect. You also have another opening as well. With that other opening, would you like to have a oyster or a egg pop? An egg pop. And is there certain colours that you're hoping for with this one? So let's go down. And good luck. You've got 3 pearls in that egg pop. So you've got a bright pink, a darker mystic purple, and a darker silver bells. Donna, what do you think to all of these? Now the top 2 we cannot swap. However, the bottom 3, if you're not happy with those, we can swap them for colours of your choice. So that is going to be completely up to you. what do you think? So I'm going to go through and measure them for you, Donna, okay? So the Blurple at the top is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The Simba Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The Bright Pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Mystic Purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Silver Bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Oh, swap the Silver Bells for a Candy Floss Pink. Okay. Sorry, Donna, that didn't come through my end. I'll refresh the comments now, though. Are there any other colours that you would like to swap at all, or are you happy with those ones there? Happy with those, Donna? Brilliant. Well, I hope you're going to be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Pop these in here and then on here for you. Okay, and that's safe up there. Okay, so that is the end of the live for today. So we're live tomorrow for the monthly charm deal. That's the link for the tomorrow's monthly charm deal if you'd like to join in. Or if you'd just like to join in and watch and come and just have a chat, then it will be live from around 7:30 p.m. I hope you all have a brilliant evening. And as always, thank you for joining us tonight. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.